Welcome to Quick Shots, a short format traditional archery podcast, where we introduce you to some of the world's most influential traditional archers, and occasionally, some random dudes. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, archerypass.com, for all your traditional archery needs. Hey everyone, welcome back to Quick Shots. I'm your host, Mick Chambers. Okay, it's a little bit different than what I normally do, but Jerid's got me out here shooting with him. Hey Jerid, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
Dude, I've been trying to get you on, man. Why you been sandbagging me like that?
I haven't been. I'm excited. I've wanted to be on. It doesn't work out with time. You're busy or I'm busy, but mostly me. It's I give excuses.
Yeah, I'm not too busy for you, man.
No, and it's not that I'm too busy for you. I'm busy. Life gets a hold of you, man. We got 3 kids at home that are all track, wrestling, volleyball, football.
Yeah.
Life's hectic.
Hey, no, yeah, of course. And then plus you got to get ready for training and stuff like that. All right, so here's what we're doing. We're gonna bet a beer. We're gonna shoot 3 targets.
3, 4, whatever you want.
3. Well, we'll see how many we do. But the highest score at the very end has to buy the beer.
And the loser has to chug it.
I thought I had you.
No.
I thought I had you, dude.
Okay.
I thought I had you on that one. All right, I'm about to get soundly beaten here. So let's go. I guess champions are up first, right? Guys that...
Is that you?
No.
Canadian champion?
No, not even close. guys who get on the pedestal at Lancaster.
All right. So, are we talking about what we're doing here?
Yeah, I do want to tell you what. Tell me how you're... So you come up to the target here. What's the first thing you're thinking about?
So first thing is obviously find your target, find out what it is.
Yeah.
So I do things a little differently than a lot of people. So I find my target.
Yep.
I decide, is it close, medium, or far? First off, before I judge yardages, you've got dirt on your limbs. Do not shoot that.
Okay. Thank you.
Obviously, this one is a javelina. It's not close. It's not super far. So then I'm like, okay, and that's time to judge, right?
Yeah.
So I judge my yardage. I find 20 yards,
Yep.
and then I add, I can go in 5s and 10s past that.
Okay.
So I find my yardage, which I'm not going to tell you that until you shoot.
I thought you were going to make this a fair fight.
So there's, okay.
Oh, you left it open a little bit there. Okay, tell us what were you doing during your shot process there?
I got hung up at the bottom, and I didn't pull it up, and I didn't get on target. So, as Joel would say, I didn't ask myself if I was there and answer myself with a yes.
Yeah.
And I just continued to shoot. So
I will say though, that was a very nice looking shot.
was it?
It looked great, and then it just died at the very end there. So we'll see what happens here with me. This looks far, and that's a very tiny target for me.
Yardage was right.
Yardage is right.
So you want to shoot this one again? Do we deserve to shoot this one again?
No, we gotta go home. We gotta go on to the next one.
No, I mean, oh my god. So we're gonna start with 5s.
Yeah, it looks like 5s, but we'll take you down there and talk about
So
it.
no, this is not edited. We shot 5s.
That's right.
I got hung up right about here,
Okay.
and I aimed right about here,
Okay.
and I hit right about here. It was rough because I knew I wasn't there, and instead of letting down, I just shot my shot.
How far was that target?
I shot that for 27 yards,
Yeah.
and it hit where I was aiming.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
bad shot.
let's go 5s. It is, man. I'm on par with
5
the, like.
5. This is gonna be a cheap beer, man.
I'm on par with like a champ, like a awesome archer.
I did not shoot my shot process on the last shot at all. I mean, I shot a bad shot. I wasn't even close to where I wanted to be. So I'm going to say it out loud before I do it. That way, if I don't do it, you guys can give me crap for not doing it. I mean, you're here to hold me accountable now.
Right, and so you're coming up this is a little bit easier shot.
You think?
No, that's what I'm asking. What do you think?
I think it is.
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely closer. Man, it's all right. Well,
we're not cold. That was a cold shot.
That was a
we
cold
did not
shot.
warm up. We just came out and started flinging arrows.
That's right. All right, and I'm gonna let you go first.
Again.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Show me the way.
All right, so we have a small standing doe.
With a tree in behind it.
Yep. The 11 is glaring. So find your yardage. Obviously, commit to that yardage and don't think about it again is what I try to do. I have an issue with getting the anchor and holding it an anchor and expanding. And that's what I've been working on. So hopefully I do that on this shot. Not hopefully, I will do that on the shot.
You're gonna do it.
I will do that on the shot.
You got it. Yes.
And that's what happens when you follow your shot process.
All
You
right.
don't let yourself make a bad shot.
Okay. Shit. That was a good shot, man. All right, let's see how it goes.
That's a dead deer. It was straight till the end too.
I know, it just kind of does a
It
little
looks
monkey
so good. And
I know.
At the end.
All right, well, I'm maybe a 5 in here. I think you got a 10 or 11. Let's take it down there.
Yep, we'll see. Well, I made a good shot. Follow through. The shot process was there. Obviously, my yardage was on.
A little 11 line liquor.
Yeah. We got.
I'd call that 11, yeah?
Right. Oh yeah, that's an 11.
Yeah.
Yep. And then that's when I asked you, does it look easier? Is it easier?
Yeah, I know.
And you said it's a little closer, and I'm like, is it?
Yeah, I judged like 24, 25 yards. What would you say that was?
27 and a half.
Jesus, I was way off.
And I went on half because I was like 27 was right here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm hoping, and it's probably 28, but I mean, honestly, we can't tell half yards. I can't.
I'm 5 again. You're 11. You're starting to walk away with this one.
I like cold beer, by the way.
All right.
If you guys were not at boot camp this weekend, you missed out, and you need to get in the next one.
Absolutely. Okay, what do we got?
All right, so target number 3, we got a gray wolf. We're gonna let Mick shoot this one first.
What?
And tell us what he's thinking when he steps up to the stake. I want to hear what you're thinking. I want to hear what you're doing.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you right now. That's a gray what?
It's a gray wolf facing away from us. Gray wolf.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. If I had my binoculars, I think I would... There you go. Thank you. Because I've never shot this target before in my life. So I got to find out where the 10 ring is because...
Find out where you're aiming.
I'm trying.
Believe it or not, I saw a lot of guys today.
Yeah.
It's probably not in focus for you.
I got it.
A lot of guys today try to make good shots while they're wearing binoculars, and not one of them looked through their binoculars. And I called him out, and I'm like, what are you doing? I said, did you even look at that? And he goes, well, kind of. And I'm like, you're wearing binoculars, dude. That's part of your equipment.
Use it.
Why wouldn't you use it? I know this isn't for anything,
Yeah.
but if I'm shooting 11s all day, I'm going to feel way better than I'm shooting 10s or 8s or 5s because I'm not looking where to aim.
I'm going to tell you right now. So while you're talking, I'm getting nervous. But I will tell you, straight up from the leg,
Right.
and you can see a little crease there.
Yep.
Just above that's the 11.
There's a little gray X.
Yeah, gray X
All
there.
right, so just up and barely left of that.
And as you pointed out, I am not shooting arrows for this distance. Again, we're picking. Where's my other arrow?
Right here.
Oh, let me use that. That's not a good.
So we're gonna. How are you judging? What are you doing to judge?
Well, I'm taking like what I do, and this is more about you, okay? This is supposed to be about you. But what I'm doing is I know what 20 yards is. I shoot it every day. Every day I shoot 20 yards. So I find 20 yards. So right at that, you see where the road goes there? That's 20 yards. Okay, I think that hump is 20 yards. It's more than 30. This is almost 30, 33, it's gotta be.
Okay.
That's what I think it's 33. I think it's my max distance.
Okay.
All right, so
Shoot at 33.
I'm gonna shoot 33. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be in frame here. Let me stay in frame. I'll be even further back. Oh shit! I blew it right over.
Yeah. It's not 33.
What did you think? What
It's
is
not
it?
33.
All right, let me shoot one more. Let me shoot one more.
Oh, it's all right. It happens.
Dude, okay. Let me shoot one more. But I was right on the back. I thought.
So find 20 again before you just shoot another one.
I find 20.
So make sure you do the whole thing and see if you come out with the same number again.
20. I'm telling you, it's got to be at least 30.
Okay. So if you thought it was your shot, then just shoot it again for 33.
I think it's 30. I think it was a bad shot.
Okay.
I think I did a bad shot. Oh, right on his back again.
It's not 33. It's not 33.
Shit. Okay.
All right, so I step up. Obviously, it's a longer target, okay? It's not 33. I can tell instantly it's not max. It's not our max yardage. So you're seeing the road as 20, you said?
On the other side, the green grass.
Okay. So I'm seeing the green grass on the other side of that hump as 20.
Whoa, really?
Yes, and I'm seeing that target 6 or 7 yards past it. So
Yeah,
26, 27 yards.
Okay. All right.
So that's what I'm gonna shoot it for.
Okay. I gotta be okay.
33 is back there towards that triple tree behind the wolf.
Okay. Just 2 terrible shots, dude.
It happens. But you can't just step up and make another shot not knowing if you made a bad shot
That's
or
a good
was your
point.
yardage off.
It's a good point.
We learned that this weekend too as well, right?
Yeah, it was a good point. Yeah. All right. Bottom left 10, or you think you're just outside?
I'm just outside, but it's right height.
Jesus.
I rushed that shot a little bit. But
You did, but it was really solid shot still. Okay. All right. So, okay. Let's go down there. We'll get the arrows and we'll sit and talk for a second, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let's do that. So when you're a host of your own show, this is what happens. You know, they got to go get the arrows because I'm filming.
I just figured since you were buying me a beer, I'd get your arrows.
Oh, yeah, I guess I will. It's Molson Canadian. I hope you like that. Does he make it up without sliding in? All right. Good job, man. Take us through that. What were you thinking?
So my yardage was good. I made a good shot until my follow through.
Yeah.
And I looked for my arrow through my bow arm left. Hit left every time.
All right.
That is my struggle.
Okay, what's the total score?
5, 16, 24.
To my 10.
Okay.
It's 10.
24 to 10.
24 to 10. That's about right. All right. So this is a little bit different than what I'm normally used to doing. So usually it's like over a Zoom call. We have a quick shots, but you know, you're here at Barebow, single string boot camp. Right. It was an excellent weekend. Jerid's shooting great. He's been shooting great all year. So I wanted to get out, and he said, hey, let's go shoot together and do this quick shots. But now I want to sit down. I want to have a kind of, not sit down, but I want to have a conversation with you about a few things, right? So how'd you get started shooting archery?
Archery in general, I was young. I remember watching my uncles at like family get-togethers. It was my aunt's husband and his brother.
Yep.
Shooting bows, and I'm like, man, that's awesome. Because I never was into sports. I tried to be in sports. Yeah. They're okay. It wasn't my thing. It wasn't enough for me. Team sports for me are not a thing for me. I'm not good at team sports. I'm selfish. I want the attention. I want to be in charge of what's happening. Okay.
Can confirm.
All right. So I was young, and I begged and begged for a bow. My mom and dad went out and bought me a bow. My dad was paralyzed from the chest down, so he did not shoot archery. He did not hunt. My grandparents hunted, both of my grandpas, my uncles. So I begged them to get me in hunting. And then I'm like, hey, I want to shoot a bow. Because I watched them do that, and I'm like, I could do that. Like, instantly, I was like, I want to do that. I can do that well. So that's how I got into it. But I was all in. Anyone that knows me, I'm either all out or all in. I'm never half-ass about anything. I'm not good at half-ass. Either I don't care or I care too much. So I just hit the ground running with it. Just to get, I wanted to hunt, so I didn't have any competition outlook or anything that I wanted to do. And then, you know, I realized that I was good. Like, shortly after getting a bow, I was out shooting people that I wanted to be like, okay?
Yeah. Like me. Yeah, you outshot me today.
Yeah, you know, Mick's been in Canada. He hasn't practiced. I've been practicing. That's a good excuse. Okay.
Thank you.
So, I mean, it was the only thing I was ever really good at my entire life. to this day. I mean, you know, I sing. I have a family now. I'm a dad, but anyone that knows me outside of my archery buddies thinks archery when they hear Jerid, because that's what I am. Archery is my life.
Yeah.
It's been there for me. I honestly didn't party in high school. I was a short, fat kid, not very attractive, still not very attractive, but I shot a bow. You know, that was my go-to all my entire life, no matter what. Like through my first divorce, archery was there for me.
Yeah, nice.
Through everything, archery has been there for me. Good. So I set goals to be a competitive archer. I just so happened to get into Barebow, and I was lucky enough to kind of make friends with Dwayne. I don't think we were really friends at the beginning because he probably didn't like me.
Dwayne Martin. Right?
Yes. And I got to shoot with him. And amazingly, I was better at it than I thought I would be.
Really?
You know, I wanted to be the best.
Yeah.
But I shot with the best. So the best carried me. You know, I learned a lot my first year.
Lucky. That's good.
Last year was my first year shooting the IBO Triple Crown in Barebow. And I learned so much from Dwayne. I mean, I was calling him, and he was helping me. Like, and we were close a lot of times. And he was like, hey, like, I'll help you with this. Like, willing to do. I've watched him hand his competitor arrows to go shoot against him. I was lucky to get to where I'm at now by meeting Dwayne and meeting Calvin and meeting all the great Barebow guys that I got to shoot with. So you know, I can't get over archery. I can't leave it. And it's crossbows, compounds,
Stop
barebows.
saying crossbow. Stop saying crossbow.
Everything. It's archery.
I know.
I loved watching an arrow, no matter what.
I know.
Air guns that shoot arrows, I would love to have one because I want to watch that arrow fly.
It is kind of cool.
Yeah. So, you know, my goal is to make the Team USA team, the 3D team. That's why we're here, to learn as much as we can all learn. That's what brought you here.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, and I knew guys like you were going to show up, and then, like you said, shoot with the best, be with the best, and then you get to be the best. You know, some of that nervous anxiety when you want to go to like tournaments or anything like that, you're like, oh my God, I got to shoot against Jerid. No, why would I even bother going to that tournament? Might as well not go. It's not a great attitude to have. You want to be a competitor.
No, it's not. And I honestly, I don't look at myself as that guy. I'm honored that you feel that way.
Yeah.
I've met other people that are like, oh, I get to shoot with you, or I have to shoot against you. And I'm like, honestly, it's not. For me, I didn't have that learning curve, so I was never not good, okay? Because I've shot archery so long that I came into this and I kind of naturally...
Yeah.
And then I literally met Dwayne Martin, my first IBO Barebow tournament. I had to shoot with him. So, like, I just took off really quick. Okay. You know, I never had that, I'm struggling to get where I need to be. I mean, if I struggled, it was for a day, but at a tournament, I was surrounded by the best of the best. Absolutely. And that made me better.
What bow are you shooting here?
I'm shooting a CD 29, Hoyt Velos longs. I'm currently shooting about 46 pounds at 31.5-inch draw.
His arrows are like this. They're like, you didn't see it, but they're like laser beams. And so, what arrows are you shooting?
I'm shooting 3D HVs, 500 spine with 90 grains up front, cut off just a little bit.
So they're so light, and that is such a fast rig.
It's forgiving for me. Like with my yardage, I shoot a fast bow because I think everything that we can do in our advantage is a waste if we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are.
So
athletes.
how does that give you an advantage?
For me, it makes I'm fairly good at judging yardage.
Okay.
But it allows me a little bit of error because I don't usually judge to the half yard. I did it over there because there was a leaf or like a tree. It's 27, so I'm like, it's just past that. So if I judge for 30 yards and it's 29 or 28 or 31 or 32, if I'm aiming in the middle of that 10 with this rig, it's going to hit in the 10. Okay. So that gives me like 5 yards there, honestly. Either way.
You can be.
Then I'm in the 10.
Oh yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah. And then you were telling me my big arrows are fat and they're slow and.
Well, you know, I was shooting 23s until 2 days ago.
23s are the thick ones.
The big 23s.
Yeah. And people shoot those sometimes because they're line breakers, right? So it gives you a little advantage there. But in Barebow,
right?
When you're out in the field or you're in 3D,
we tend to go smaller diameter, lighter arrow. Yeah. And so I said, you know what? I'm shooting so much weight that I can shoot a 23. I shot a 23 and it shot okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't this setup. It wasn't as forgiving. So I switched 2 days ago back to what I was shooting.
Come on back over here. We're friends.
He likes to hug.
I know.
He's Canadian, eh?
All right. So, give us some piece of advice that you would give someone that is like new, like me. Like, what would you tell me after seeing me shoot those 3 targets? Quit?
No.
Sell my gear? No,
First thing is be a sponge.
Be a sponge. Okay.
To everybody. Whether they're good, whether they're bad, whether you know who they are, whether you don't know who they are. Always listen to everybody because somebody has got something, and most of the time, everybody has something that's going to help you at some point.
Yeah.
And honestly, you can't have higher expectations than what you really have to have. I mean, realistic expectations is where you need to be because if you don't practice, how can you expect
it's true.
to come win?
Now, I think it's a perishable skill set.
Right.
Like, literally, I take 10, 20 days off, and I feel like I'm brand new at it. Not brand new, obviously, but you kind of have some self-doubt. Okay, all right. So we're getting short on time. So give us, where can people talk to you, contact you? You're free, you share. You're a sharer.
Right. Yeah.
Where can if people want to reach out to you and say, hey, Jerid, how do you do this?
Facebook, honestly. I don't have any of the other stuff. Facebook, send me a message. I'll give you my number. We can talk. I'm not the best at this. Everything I learned from somebody else, but it works for me. And that's what you'll find is some things will work for you that don't work for others.
Yep.
But I am willing to share any information that I have.
That's awesome.
In my short time doing this.
That's pretty good. Thank you very much for this, and thank you so much for your time. This is after. It was a long day. It was a hot, sweaty day, and thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate it, dude.
Finally got it done.
Awesome. I think you get like a princess handshake there. Sorry, dude. Get in there. Get in there. That's weird. I'm weirded out. Okay, we're out. See you later. Take care.
He fucked up his back, couldn't work anymore. He said,